from that crouch block, I'm going to do a 3B because I've conditioned him to always expect the 1BB low, and then I get my 3B lethal hit, right? So if I do 1BB 3 times in round number 1 and kill you, in round number 2, when I run up to you, you're going to be like, he's going to fucking do that low again. Then I hit you with a 3B. I've conditioned you over fucking Pavlov training to expect that I'm going to go for a low. Then that's when I hit you with the surprise bitch, right? But there are some people who they don't want to be conditioned because they don't want to expect a 50-50, so they'll take the guarantee every time. So some people will just eat the 51 damage Mitsurugi low because they're like, well, the alternative is that this motherfucker hits me with a lethal hit, and that lethal hit hurts. So instead of getting hit with the lethal hit that does 81 damage, I'll eat the 51 damage low. And that's the way a lot of people are in this game, so it depends. The short answer is it depends. Some people cannot be mixed because they don't want to be. They will eat the low every single time. You know what I mean? Hello. Don't mess my wall combo up, Soul Calibur. Thrills. Come on, baby. Lol, 6BB into AVN on block? Hell yeah. Woo! Ooh, hello. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Damn, I tried to jump over him. It did not work out at all, as you can see. It did not work out whatsoever. Don't guess wrong. You guessed wrong. Oh. You guessed wrong. Yeah. Same with Taki, though. Rather guess on the grab than guess on grab or 6-6B lethal. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm fighting against a Mitsurugi, I'll just eat his low. He does 1BB at closest range. I eat 51 and he's minus 10 and I get my turn back. Versus I eat the 3B and motherfucker just rocks my shit open backwards, right? Like, I'll eat that mix. Who cares? The low is just whatever it is. Especially because if you block the 1B, the incentive is supposed to be, well, lol, you blocked the 1BB, and because you blocked the 1BB, he's minus 28, so you get the heaviest punish in the universe, right? The problem is, if you don't get that heavy-ass punish, he slaps you for 81 and builds a shitload of meter. And Mitsurugi with meter is really nasty. Really nasty. So, like, you know what I mean? Doesn't it depend on damage amounts? Like, taking 51 to avoid 81 seems sus, but always taking 21 to avoid 81 might be worth it. Yeah. You're not wrong. It's just one of those things of, like, if you're always taking the 21 every single time, you've decided to, in that moment, to never take the mix, right? And that's a completely viable way to play. You can play deciding never to take the mix. There are a lot of pro players that I know, that I see in Mighty Mooks or that I talk to or whatever, where they're just like, I'm not gonna eat the mix, fuck it. If Zhongguo wants to do that string, I'll eat the 30 damage, who cares? Because the alternative is I'm eating the 60 damage and that sucks. You know what I mean? So it's, you know, it depends on your mindset. I'll make the guesses every now and then, but even I will be like, yeah, if I'm fighting a Mitsu, I'll just eat every low, who cares? Because eating a low means he lost his turn. It's my turn again. He's gonna go for another CE. He didn't. Uh-oh. Gotcha. No. That hurts. Ooh, that hurts more. Damn. Get out of here. Conditioning is a duel of a mix-up then. If you're conditioned you to expect a normal, safe mid and you're responding safely but without advantage. Conditioning is where I eagerly go for reward and make you hungry to counter what you think is me being predictable. Yeah. The deal is there are some characters whose mix-ups are definitely way, way more powerful than other characters, right? Mitsurugi's mix-up is really powerful. If you want, in my opinion, a Mitsurugi mix-up that is better than Mitsurugi's, you would probably want Oswald's. I think Oswald's mix-up is Mitsu's mix-up, but better. Because Oswald still has the 3B lethal hit versus the lol, I got you with the low. But Mitsu's low is like the big damage one, is the 1BB that at closest range will give you 51 damage, right? Absolute closest range, it gives you 51 damage and leaves you minus 10. Oswald's fucking axe command grab does what? It got nerfed. I think it does like 45 now or something. I think it does 45 now, but it leaves Oswald definitely better than directly in front of you minus 10. And it's also a horizontal. So, like, if Oswald hits you with the same 3B mix-up, but instead of doing a 51 damage vertical that leaves you minus 10 directly in front of the opponent, you have the horizontal that instead of being minus 28 on block is minus, I believe, 22. Sabs can correct me because he's an Oswald X, and he's an ex-Oswald player. He's now a filthy Amy, but it'd be like that. The lollies grow in forces by the fucking day. Oh no! Oh no, I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. Oh, I'm dead because I ducked. How many Hories do you have to eat to stop moving? If I keep hitting you with a Hori for stepping and then die to one random to be from Keelik or something that's tilting? Yeah, I mean, but then that's the game we play, right? There are a billion instances where I'm just like, nah, man, I'm never gonna fall for that lethal hit. I'm looking out for that lethal hit, and then my opponent lands it, and they just ate like a billion horizontals to the face. Like, let's say I'm playing Asta, and I just Balba command grab, Balba command grab, Balba 3K, and I just do that over and over. And they just always fall for it every time, and I'm like, what even this? But the game they're playing is, hey, if I do this, I win. Oh yeah, I'm playing the same game. Yeah, how many times have you heard me on this stream utter the sentence, yeah, but if I do this, I win? Because someone will straight up, they'll just ask me, they're just like, why did you were minus 10 there. Why did you step into Mitsu Rib Ripper? And I go, well, because if I landed Rib Ripper, I won. You had 70 health. I land Rib Ripper CE, you fucking die. Right? If I sidestep or try to do anything else, who gives a fuck, right? That's not the thing that kills you. I think y'all don't realize how much when you play people, it's really just head empty, no thought. And you should just keep doing the same things, like don't change. I mean, I very rarely change unless I'm fighting someone who has adapted to me super hard and I can see that they've adapted to me, right? Most of my shit is, I think this is the best option in like my in-brain flowchart, and then I just go for it, right? I have an in-brain flowchart. That was an in-brain flowchart. Nothing in the state of the battle told me that was the intelligent move to make. Ooh, hello. Can I punish with that? I can, sort of. Uh-oh. Yeah, oh. There you go, you're minus enough. If I step into this 80-ish damage 3B, I win. Hey, man. It happened like that. You know what I mean? The deal is, like, you know that joke of you're only minus if you're a bitch? That joke is hilarious. But there is some credence to it, where a lot of it is, lol, you're only minus because you let the opponent dictate the flow of combat according to the frame data that they know, right? But assume, let's make the bold-ass Ben Shapiro assumption that your opponent isn't thinking for, like, I'm gonna go for a jab because he's minus like this, right? He's thinking, I'm gonna go for Big Read because if Big Read pays off, then I win, right? Well, if Big Read pays off and you win, even if it seemed like the unga shit to do because you were minus 12, minus 10, whatever fucking shit, right? If it works, it fucking works, right? It's like when I fought Lettuce, and Lettuce just ate or sidestepped on Wake Up every single time my 1BB. And he did it. Like, he was winning matches that way, right? And eventually it got to the point where I'm like, damn, I'm never going to land a 3B on this motherfucker ever. Then I adapted and said, okay, well, fuck it. If I'm not going to land a 3B, I'm just going to 1BB him to death. And then I ended up making a return around, right? But realistically, that motherfucker could have just been like, yeah, no, it's going to stay like this. Hello, Poseidon Tide. Oh! He could have just been like, yeah, it's going to stay like this and just stand block everything. And then I'm like, well, I landed 1 BB and gave up my turn, and I'm just gonna take that trade every time. You know what I mean? Ooh. Gotcha. That's a decision he decided to make. He made that decision. Ooh, hello. Gotcha, unfortunate. Come on, Thrills, baby. I know you know what you're doing here. You're playing nervously. He's gonna be like, it's time to pick Zhang, and I'm just gonna throw crouch grabs all over the place. Destroy his femboy-loving ass, Kajur? Oh God, gross. Why you gonna be gross? I don't know. I feel like the psychology of fighting games is really interesting because a lot of the time it literally just boils down to I did it because I thought it'd be funny, and like people melt when you're like I did this because I thought it would be funny. I just thought it would work, and it did work, and we in there. Sometimes it's literally as easy as I thought it'd be funny, and then you did the thing. You know? Like, I'm not gonna lie, almost every single time I pick up this game and play it, I go into it with, you know what'd be funny, and I just throw that option out. And sometimes it works, and sometimes I get my ass blown up, right? But every now and then I'm taking games off of, like, legitimately hella good-ass players, off of just the, I'm just gonna do it. I've come to the conclusion of what 90% of people are doing in fighting games is head empty, no thought. Well, you also got to look at it like this. It's not even necessarily head empty, no thought. A lot of the time, it's just, they're playing off of instinct. They're playing off of, like, because you could make the argument that it's a flow chart, or you could make the argument that, like, oh, they're playing inoptimally because they're not, like, thinking about, like, playing chess 10 steps ahead and shit. But, like, there are some players who they don't think 10 steps ahead. They just throw out options that are just like, yeah, lol, let's throw out this option. And then if it works, awesome. And if it doesn't work, they go with fucking whatever else is in their flowchart and they play off of instinct. There's nothing wrong with being the type of player that plays off of instinct whatsoever. There's nothing wrong with that at all. In fact, it causes some players who don't play off of instinct and play off of only hard-ass frame data, reads, matchup knowledge, shit like that. It causes a lot of those motherfuckers to be like, what's going on here? I don't understand why I'm losing. How could this guy just be playing like this? This is ridiculous. And then they're sitting there like, well, you know, you unga-bunga'd and you out-unga'd their knowledge, and then they fucking die to you. And people don't like that because they're like, well, no, I'm playing the game the correct way. There's no correct way to play the game. However you win the fucking game, that's your correct way. Whatever else happens after that, who gives a fuck, right? Hello. Oh, hello. Gotcha. Gotcha, he stepped. I think the frame nerds should beat people who are just random most of the time. Well, here's the deal. You throw around, here's the deal. It's not really you throw around things like random. I think there's a correctest way to play with lots of deviance. Well, here's the deal. If your correct way to play means you're always losing, you're not playing correctly. Get owned, right? There are some characters that they don't need to know the correct way to play Calibur. They just play Calibur however the fuck they want, and they win, right? With it, like Astaroth, realistically, in my opinion, because someone's gonna clip this out of context and send it to Rakuto, and he's gonna get mad at me. But in my opinion, Astaroth is a character where like you make 2 guesses and you just fucking win the game. Who gives a fuck, right? Okay, well I don't lose much, for sure. I'm not insinuating that you lose a lot and then like lol get owned, but there are some players that they don't really care about what is the perceived correct way to play. They just play the game and they just win, right? Like think about Zefukai, right? Zefukai is a very intelligent player with what he wants to do. You look at a player like Incendiate, and Incendiate has notes on his phone for like a billion different ways to play this matchup, and which move on this character is unsafe, and here's all the notes that I have on Keelik, and here's what Zhonghua can do against Keelik stance options, and da-da-da-da-da. And then you look at Zefukai, and that shit's all in his head, and he just goes, you know what? I've been an experienced Calibur player for fucking over a decade. Here's what I think I should do. And then he just plays off of instinct, and he rocks everyone's shit. And that's the dichotomy of men, are those two players, and those two players are winning every North American tournament they enter. With the exception of every now and then Linkors also wins every North American tournament he enters. Right? Zeph and Incendiate plays Tilt Me Too. Zeph with random wake-up stabs. See, but here's the deal. In your mind, that's a random wake-up stab because you thought that's a dumb option. Why would anyone do that? And in his mind, he's like, you know, would be sick right now and might work. And then there you go. Don't let Zeph fool you. He knows, but that's what I mean by deviance. But what I'm trying to say, which I guess I'm saying not well, is like there isn't really a deviance. However you play is however the way you play. Oh, that's gonna catch me. Damn, from super far away. It's not like here's the rules of the FGC. You must have 10 plus hours in labbing before you can enter online. You must have X amount of this character played before you could play this character. You must lab all the matchups for the close range characters that beat you in anything that's worse than a 6-4 matchup before you're allowed to play against that character. It's just one of those like, who gives a fuck, right? There are a lot of different methods of play. It's like think about it like AO Boom talks about this. In the words of Boom, well, it's okay to mash as long as you understand why you're doing it. Well, think about it like this. If I were to put it into the perspective of someone who is like in a debate club, right? You're gonna have one motherfucker who's got all of his notes written down on fucking sticky notes, right? He's got all of his fucking sticky notes. They've got all the little knowledge with their pen. They're writing everything. They've got all these wonderful points written down, everything by the book. And their opponent has no fucking book. He's just standing at the podium, right? And they're having an engagement, an argument, a discussion, whatever you want to call it if you're one of those people who does debate club shit, right? If the person with all the notes wins, then everyone goes, well, yeah, of course that dude won. He had all the notes. He was the most prepared. But then if the guy who doesn't have any notes and he just, in most people's opinion, freeballed that shit, he just winged it, everyone's gonna go, how could that guy possibly win? He didn't have all of these notes and fucking the other guy was clearly more prepared. This is bullshit. Well, how do you know that the other guy didn't prepare? How do you know that the other guy didn't prepare? By just having the correct responses in his mind to what he thought his opponent was going to ask him, right? You can have someone who's got all the sticky notes and does all their shit by the book and is a terrible public speaker, and they're going to lose that debate. And then you can have the other guy who's swaggy as shit, makes all of his debates just be very charismatic, and he doesn't have any of his points written down. He's just talking just to fucking talk, and his charisma won over the debate. You know what I mean? Obviously, if you were to transfer that over to fighting games, it would be a little different, but it's kind of not. A fighting game, like AO Boom says, a fighting game is a fucking conversation between two people, and you have to understand why you're saying whatever sentence you're saying at whatever time. And if you're just going, and you're just mashing buttons, then yeah, you're going to lose the debate. But if you're constantly bringing up this and that and that and this and that and this and that, you can just win. You can win the debate, you can win the match, even if you don't have all of the knowledge, even if you don't have everything written down on these sticky notes, you can win just by being the guy who just made the correct arguments at the correct moments. Right? Charisma 2 OP, please nerf? Fuck no, Charisma's the best stat in every video game. But like, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with being the guy that has all the sticky notes. 9 times out of 10, the guy that has all the sticky notes and did all the preparation beforehand and has every rebuttal written down for every fucking situation or every topic of conversation, 9 times out of 10, that motherfucker's gonna win. But then when that 1 time out of 10, the other dude won because he just went up there and just had the snappier responses and just had the correct things to say at the correct times, every now and then that motherfucker's gonna win and everyone's gonna go, how the fuck did that guy win? Just let the motherfucker win. The fuck? 9 out of 10 sounds like causation. Sabs, I'm not smart enough to know what the word causation means. All I can tell you is that, in my personal opinion, I don't believe there's a correct way to play. Which proves my point, doesn't mean it's impossible, though. Alright, Sabs, I'm just going to go ahead and say you win whatever this is, because it feels like you need a victory today. So I'm going to go ahead and let you say you won whatever this is, because I didn't realize this was a someone had to win. All I'm saying is you don't have to be the frame data monster that goes into the lab and goes and looks up every single matchup to be able to play the game at a level that's at least middling to high. You can win the game just by fucking going in there and just fucking slapping shit out. Who gives a fuck, right? Ooh. And I understand Zephukai has knowledge. Obviously, the motherfucker has knowledge. I'm not insinuating he doesn't. But I'm saying, like, you take someone... I'm using Zeph and Incendiate as examples, excuse me, because they both play in Mighty Mooks and they both play the same fucking character. They're both Xianghua players. But you look at the way that Incendiate plays, and Incendiate has all of his, like, note cards lined up with all of the knowledge he has. And then you look at Zeph, and Zeph's just like, yeah, I just have this knowledge, or I have whatever experience. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go, Sabs, with the hard victory. Easy clap. He labbed the matchup. He labbed the Kajur matchup. Shit. Oh, I'm getting rocked. I have a lot of meter. What am I doing? Oh, no. I got bold. I got bold and it didn't work. Now, there was an example of it not working. I never said you did. I'm having a different conversation. Oh, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. I'm just going to go with vertical. Fuck you. I'm just going to go with kick. I think I'm dead. Not dead. Oh my god, it was the slowest in the world and I just died to it. Motherfucker just slowish jumped at my face. I just died to it. Oh my god. Oh. 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 Not like that, I don't. Come here, you. Oh, fuck. Hiya. Thrills is a god tonight? Yeah, Thrills is really doing it. He won't let me land Poseidon Tide either, which is a real dick move. Imagine not letting me land Poseidon Tide. What an asshole, this guy. Just went for it. I just went for it. Fuck it. I wanted to run up. Uh-huh. Thrills, no. That's unfortunate. I don't think that kills him because of the RI scaling, right? No, he's alive. Silo goes pain. Damn, you didn't have to do it to him like that? He has a habit. He has a habit. Here, Thrills, let's do one more. He has a habit of going for raw CE into Soul Charge because the CE is safe. So he'll just do it to make himself like super doubly safe. Oh, that was dumb of me. Gotcha. Out of here. Into jabs. Uh-oh. Gotcha. Go low. One of those. Was cracking penetral. Ask A plus B is no longer a force block post level 3 GI, thank God. Yeah, thank God the character that's already not very easy to pilot in most matchups got it even harder to continue his goddamn pressure. Hi-ya, what a back grab. Meh, I feel like it was something they nerfed that they didn't need to nerf. If you're gonna nerf anything on him, why'd it have to be that? Let the motherfucker keep pressure. It's not like he's gonna turn into Talum from having that shit. Yeah. No, you don't. Oh, you just stand on the floor. What a god. Just stand on the floor. That's gonna kill. There we go. The 80 damage on any option at post-GI level 3 was not fun. It was for me. Hey, speak for your damn self. That would have worked post-nerf. Uh-oh. Oh, he actually didn't duck from there. Oh. Oh. That was a help moment? Hell yeah. Yeah. Ooh. Uh-huh. No! He got me backstepping. He got me backstepping. This is a huge amount of damage, actually, yeah. Oh, thrills. Thrills, we've talked about this, baby. You can't be whiffing shit. Not against not against anybody, actually. After 9B plus K block, you get a crouch throw attempt, Kajir? Oh, shit, actually. Nice. I didn't know that was guaranteed. Well, now I know. Thank you, Mandrill.
If they show love, I'ma show it back. If the catch is too small, I'ma throw it back. I've done a lot, but I ain't got a lot to show for that. Alright, yeah, let's do that again. If they show love, I'ma show it back.